Hello and welcome back to the 6th edition of Eincrou Plays BioShock's third DLC, Burial at Sea, Episode 2. Where we left off, I needed to find a particular piece of hair for the evil Dr. Suchong. Suchong is not allowing me to exit Columbia until I get him what he requires. Now, before we get started on that task, I want to mention a few things about what happened in the previous part, the revelations, so to speak. When we were in the air ducts back there near the First Lady, well, we encountered a conversation that occurred just before Booker and Elizabeth came through here and found Daisy Fitzroy killing Jeremiah Fink and attempting to kill his son. Apparently, Daisy Fitzroy was actually put up to that by the Lutesses, the Lutess twins. I didn't like it at first glance because it seemed like they were trying to rehabilitate Daisy Fitzroy and say it wasn't her fault that she kind of went insane and the Vox went insane along with her. It was the Lutesses who were responsible for that. I don't like that because I enjoyed the fact that they made an unexpected plot twist in making the Vox Populi an enemy at the end of the game. BioShock Infinite, the main game, of course. Now, I rewatched that. I rewatched the footage that I took, and I understand what was going on. The Lutesses were helping Daisy Fitzroy in her quest to take down the Founders. The Founders, of course, are the people like Fink and Father Comstock, the people that run this town and decide that it's going to be a place of unfairness to colored people and the Irish. So Daisy Fitzroy was helped by the Lutesses, and she was grateful for the Lutesses' help. But the Lutesses had a big request of her. A request that was actually integral to the plan of helping Daisy Fitzroy take down the Founders, which is that Daisy Fitzroy would need to sacrifice herself so that Elizabeth could turn from a girl into a woman, which is, of course, the time when Elizabeth murders Fitzroy just as she's about to kill Fink's son, which was apparently actually just an act. She wasn't going to do it. It was just the Lutesses knew that if she attempted to kill Fink's son, that Elizabeth would be able to get up into the air vents, crawl in, get behind Fitzroy, stab her with the scissors, and prevent the murder of the son. This is necessary because apparently it had to be Elizabeth who would take down Comstock. I guess all of the Comstocks and all the many multiverses, and unless she had first committed that murder, she would be unwilling to do it, I suppose. I suppose that's what we're supposed to take from that. And it's very interesting that the Lutesses would say that previously she was a girl, but through the act of killing, she would become a woman. That's what they told Fitzroy, that Elizabeth would come a girl, but she needed to leave a woman. What does killing someone have to do with becoming a woman in any history of any society, historical or current, in terms of humans? I don't think there's much to do with that at all. It would make sense if they had said that, maybe for a male character, but for a female character, it makes no sense. This is what I talk about on Red Pill Game Reviews of female characters are just basically stand-ins for what should be male characters, and that it goes for not just games but movies, TVs, everything. And I just hate seeing it because it is just so nonsensical. It doesn't ring true in any sense. The idea that by killing she turns from a girl into a woman is just ridiculous. That is not how girls become women in any tradition of humans that I know of. Never heard of anything like it. But let's continue.
Our current state of being, or lack thereof, has left my brother unfulfilled. The biological urge to leave one's mark is strong, and it is not an impossibility. We could instantiate ourselves back in Columbia, return to an old life for the possibility of creating new. But we died in that world. Returning would mean giving up part of us. ourselves. We'd become flesh and all that it is heir to. The mysteries of the universe would become once again mysteries.
Alright, so it seems like Robert Lutece, the male version of the Luteces, has an urge to reproduce and go back to kind of a normal life. But unfortunately, that's not really possible for these Luteces. I think they've meddled a bit too much.
Got the clock key.
I'm getting some inconsistent game performance right now. It's not affecting the recording, I don't think. I seem to be getting a solid 29, 30 frames per second as far as the recording goes, but I did discover that I wasn't actually on full max graphics. And I fixed that, and now it seems like my performance is going a little bit haywire. My GPU usage is certainly greater than it was previously, so the graphics should be better now. What wasn't max was object detail quality and plus health minus E. I'm fine on health. Object detail quality was not maxed. Oh, dang it. Alright. There's one other thing that wasn't on ultra, but I don't remember what it was. Minus health plus Eve. That's a lot more beneficial to me. Okay. Untold rewards await the faithful in eternity. Zachary H. Comstock. Able Prophet, Untold Profit. So we have George Washington holding the sword. We have, sorry, I almost said Abraham Lincoln. Jesus Christ. Franklin, not Lincoln. What does that say? Zachary. You old shyster. Sure to impress the rubes. Okay, holding the key. And Jefferson holding the scroll. You give the sales pitch, I'll provide the snake oil. So people are not convinced by Zachary H. Comstock's status as a prophet. And I forgot to press shift in anticipation of the fact that I might need to press shift in the game, which causes that to happen the first time you tab back into a game. Somebody's playing MotoGP 13 demo. Fascinating. Let's set the clock again. Leisure. I had to sneeze there. Okay, wondering what a guy like Fink does for leisure. Guess we're about to find out.
Sea slugs. Goddamn sea slugs. Could that Oriental have come up with a more inconvenient fuel for his plasmids? If there is a God, and I've seen more evidence to the contrary than in support, you'd think he'd have put Adam into the belly of a nice little seagull or crow. The cost of all these underwater expeditions are murdering my margins.
So yeah, Fink is in league with Dr. Suchong, making plasmids, and I guess Vigors are, it's a that's what Vigors are, a collaboration between Suchong and Fink. Fink, I guess, didn't really invent them. Or maybe he did, and he just gave his knowledge to Suchong. I don't know which direction that's working. See what this says. Cost evaluation. Why injectables? Drinkable plasmids require 10 times the atom that injectables do. Injectables are the clear economic choice. Repackaging will result in significant atom usage savings. So the injectables that are in the original BioShock on Rapture are more efficient by a quite great margin. Notes: lower cost, less atom use, tougher cell, faster effect. Reuse the glass. New adverts required. Okay. So I guess Fink was eventually going to move towards injectables? I don't know. Kinetoscope sees from the graveyard shift bar. I remember the graveyard shift bar. That was the place where you go in there and in the basement, Elizabeth sings a song as Booker plays the guitar. That was in the nasty area of town. Let's see what's going on here.
As to the matter of religion, let me place myself in the camp of the agnostic. I pretend to understand the mysteries of the infinite no more than you, Comstock, or anyone else for that matter. But for the sake of argument, let's say this is all one unhappy accident, and we're all alone in our toils. Then who would Comstock use to control and shame us with rules that apply only to those with not a penny in their pocket? If there were no God, you could rest assured the first deed done by the first rich man would be inventing him.
Okay. So apparently Fitzroy thinks that there's no God, or, well, she says he doesn't know, but if there wasn't, it would be an invention. Okay. See what Fink does for work.
Gotta get that idiot his lock of hair.
I'm loving this return to Columbia, by the way. Got all sorts of revelations about the main BioShock Infinite story. Not sure if I like those revelations just yet, but let's see.
Listen, I got you your guns. I'm here for my mission.
Oh shit.
But my Booker DeWitt died for the Vox Populi. You either an imposter or a ghost. My Booker DeWitt was a hero to the cause, a story to tell you.
Yep. That's me in the original game. I remember that.
Look, are you there? I miss you. You were the only one who ever... You were my only friend. Booker,
I'm not even here. I'm a projection of your own.
could you humor me then? Please.
I think Booker would miss you.
Booker was all she had, and she killed him. Guess it had to be done, though. Okay, I am actually being detected slightly here, so let's move. Alright, more stealth action. What? Oh, this is loud being up here. Is there anywhere else I can jump to? What the hell is that? Oh, there. Could control that, but it'd kill these people. I don't want to kill. Now, as soon as I move to try and get a better position, they'll hear me. Right? There's a bunch of glass right there.
Still pretty hungry.
What? I'm not even in the line of sight of that thing. Okay, I gotta move. Oh shit. Run. All right. I would like to get some kills from invisibility, because apparently there's an achievement for doing like 15 of those.
No escape!
So let's get near him.
Let the others.
Okay. Now let's check this place for goodies. 25 Eve, nice. Vending machine. Let's get some money. I missed. You kidding me? That's irritating. Okay. Have quite a lot of money. Buy a few lockpicks. Trade some health for Eve is fine. Okay, one more trade of health for Eve. Columbia Authority. Oh! Those turrets can see me from out of the line of sight. Okay, that actually was a little bit in the line of sight, but previously I did get seen from outside the line of sight. Can you see me from this far? No. Best thing to do would be just take control of it. Nope. Anyone in here? Clear. Medical kit's full. I'm gonna possess this because I got some spare Eve. Ooh. Just so I don't have to deal with it anymore. That's permanent possession. Very good. Soda pop. Speaking of pop, I noticed in my previous parts there was a lot of plosive popping going on. I don't know why, because I do use my pop filter at all times. So I don't know why there was so much popping, and hopefully there's no popping here. I got the mic in a really good position so that I should be coming through loud and clear, but I don't know, I guess there can be popping if I'm too close to it. So I've got it a good 8 inches, 10 inches. All right. 8 inches, 10 inches away from my mouth, that is. Don't think I can actually get onto this boat. Okay, there's a mailbox around over there. No big deal. I guess I should... Yeah. I'll use a health kit. Because there's one over here. And what is this? Coffee plus Eve. Totally maxed on all resources. So that's good. Oh, shoot.
You can't hide forever.
Oh, man. Alright, I can just come around behind. Armored enemies are resistant to damage, but remain vulnerable to tranquilizer and gas bolts.
Jesus, it's ripe in here. Say,
I guess they make a...
fetch me a millionaire to clean this mess up.
I guess they make a special case. Oh, this is good. Oh, I missed the third guy. Come on. Alright. My person's like frozen. Anyone up here? Yes, there is. As I was going to say, I think that they make a special case for the non-lethal options in case you're playing stealth. But that would make a run and gun. What? That would make a run and gun playthrough a bit more difficult, the resistance to damage. Where did he go? He must have gone downstairs. Yeah, they're all downstairs at the moment, so just gonna check out this area. Silver Eagles. Diary.
Comstock promises there's nothing to be worried about. But I don't like the smell of things down in Finkton. Not one bit. If trouble rears its ugly head in the form of one cantankerous negress, I've laid in some supplies in the event of a forced evacuation. They're down in what I call my chamber of panic, near the base of my statue. I've set the code to 8371.
Thank you, Mr. Fink. 8371. Alright, we got some prototypes for figures here. Amnesia. Byline. Forget everything you know. Marketing note. How do you plan to sell this dud? Dead ringer. Byline. Reanimate dead loved ones and pets. Marketing note. No one really wants a moldy puppy. Plant peeper. Byline. Read the inner thoughts of your houseplant. Marketing note. No demand for this type of product. Fink, you old codger. You'll try to sell anything, won't you? Alrighty. So they aren't going away because, they aren't settling down because they saw me take out their buddies, so they will not settle down. They are going to remain on alert. Not full alert, but still searching for me. I wish I'd gotten a triple knockout there, but I just didn't have a good angle to make that happen. Hopefully I'll be able to get a triple knockout at some point. I imagine there's an achievement for it. And I also need to remember about noisemakers. I have 5 of them. Okay, just get the correct weapon setup going. And this, I really like what they've done here with these expansive areas. Fantastic piece of DLC, in my opinion.
Can I find you?
There's someone on full alert over here. Probably gonna have to shoot him.
Where did she go?
I think he's bugged. So I may have to just shoot him.
Don't think you can hide from me.
He's like stuck in a running animation. Huh. That worked.
You down.
Gonna hunt you down.
Probably gonna have to do quite a bit of shooting. Or noisemakering. Aw, shit. Come on. Bitch saw me.
I'll hunt you down.
I ain't no private dick. Someone else can find her.
Oh, someone just kind of reset there. That's good.
Where are you?
I think the safest thing to do here is just going to be bypassing them.
Forget it.
Oh, someone else quit? Okay, they all quit. Cool. So forget the fact that 2 guys were knocked out. It's perfectly acceptable to just go back to ambling around, not really concerned about anything. Totally realistic. It's kind of a problem that many stealth games have. Yep. Oh, I switched vigors. Didn't mean to. Or plasmids. Well, that guy already reset. He's not too worried. Might be able to get her, though.
Back here.
Okay. 5 out of 15 for never saw it coming.
I ain't no private dick. Someone else can find her.
I ain't no private dick. I ain't gonna search for her. Even though she just knocked out some of my peeps. And I realize this probably isn't the most exciting playstyle for this particular piece of DLC, but this is what I enjoy doing, and if I were to watch someone else playing it like this, I would enjoy it as well. Excellent, this guy's coming straight for me.
I'll find her.
Come on over here, sucker. Go investigate this body.
Hide forever.
Ah, wrong way.
She long gone.
Not only am I not long gone, I'm coming for ya. Just gotta make sure he's not coming towards me. Whoop. Here we go. Oh yeah, I don't want to skip this because there are goodies left by Fink.
Wait till I get my hands. No surrender!
Okay. That didn't work. There's an audio diary. Oop, she didn't see me.
I come.
Yep. Come right this way.
Don't think you can hide from me. Here I come.
Maybe I need to be behind this. Or no, he's so armored up. I don't think melee damage would work. This guy's got a ridiculous amount of armor,
You
so
can't hide forever.
just shoot him, I guess. Sorted.
Daisy sacrificed herself. Set me up to kill her, to turn me into what?
A killer.
Yeah, well, mission accomplished. I'm no martyr. How did you do it, Booker? How did you?
Elizabeth, I'm not Booker.
And neither am I. Hair sample in a haystack.
So yeah, they explain it clearly for idiots like me that don't get it the first time. I always like to watch back, and that's how I really figure out what's going on in stuff in games.
Now, I know there's been some concern about the nature of the work we do here at Fink Manufacturing. Why, some say they're uncomfortable with the purported harm and suffering our research brings. But friends, let me pose a simple question. Is there anything you would not do to guarantee the health and safety of your loved ones? My interest is the future health of your children. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure.
It's very interesting that we are here in the world of Colombia once again, because just yesterday I had somebody, actually it was this morning, early this morning, somebody... What? Is that a respawn or something?
I can smell ya. Gun hurt him.
Anyways, very interesting that we're back here, and coincidental because somebody posted on Red Pill Game Reviews my video that was focusing on Fink and the things he says and what he does and just who he is. He's an over-the-top, exaggerated capitalist, robber baron type guy. And somebody posted saying that this is not a caricature at all. And if you look at a newspaper from the early 1900s, you can see people say exactly this. Now, of course, as is typical, when people make claims, they don't provide any specifics. It's just vague. Look at a newspaper from a 25 to 30 year time span, and you'll see people saying exactly this. And of course, can't reference a single example of someone saying that. It's just vague from A to Z, from top to bottom, from left to right, from start to finish. Vagueness, vagueness, vagueness. And I hate that shit. And if you've seen the way I cover things on Red Pill Game Reviews, you see exactly what I'm talking about. I show it. I'm specifics. Vagueness is the enemy of intelligent thought. You want to have specifics for every step of the way. Every stage of your thought process should be based on specific examples, specific things people have said, on and on. And so that's why I show exactly what people are saying and give my analysis based on what they are saying. And I don't use any vague allusions to what people have said. I show what people said. That way, I'm putting myself out there as very much on the line for truth and falsity of what I'm saying. You can see for yourself without too much effort if what I'm saying is true or false. Now, this person says, go read a newspaper from the 1900s. That is the opposite of what I do. I don't say, hey, go do a bunch of work to prove my point for me. I do the work of proving my own point. So it's very coincidental that I am here, back in Fink's domain, with him saying this ridiculous shit that he says. And somebody made a comment about that just a few hours previous. All right, let's continue with this. I don't remember the code. 8371. Ironside Salts mod. Excellent. Adds ability to recover some Eve based on absorbed damage. Fortunately, the Ironsides mod is useless to me. That is not my current playstyle. Beautiful looking area, though. Just can't get over how good this game looks. It's gonna suck going back to other games that don't look this good. Okay. Now, if you might have noticed while I was listening to one of Fink's logs, there was a huddled person in a room that was behind a great iron door. And the access to that room I saw was through a vent, so I'm just gonna... Oh, yeah, here's the room I can show you. Someone huddled behind there. It's weird because his head is like detaching from his body. Or maybe it's a female, hard to tell. Whatever it is, it's very strange. So, just check this area. Make sure I got everything of use. Oh, there's a body there. Some money. Yep. Fink the Tyrant. Okay. Imprinting studies. I wonder what that's about. So yeah, Fink's obviously engaged in evil here. But he tries to excuse it as being... he cares about the children. And that is so much the justification that people use for many, many pieces of evil. Many examples can be thought of for that. Basic fundamental rights of adults getting abused because of the children. Okay. I don't want to deal with that, so let's just take control of it. Restore some Eve. Imagine that this is my ride out of here once I get the piece of hair. What was that? Just make sure there's no one. Okay. Not much here except this ammo. And some health that I don't need. Okay. So yeah, I expect I'll be returning there to bug out. First, let's find this vent. Emergency quarantine. Return to your station. Something right there. Actually, nothing here at the moment. Need to get into here. Presumably through this, but it's currently in emergency mode. Oh, there's a skyhook location over here. All right. Is that a person? No. It's clear. Whoop. That's glass. That's glass as well. Don't have a choice. Imprinting studies.
Seems like Fink and Suchong were sharing their research.
Like the Lutesses. Cross-reality collaboration.
Could it be possible that the final boss is a combination of the Big Daddy and the Songbird? Looks like they tried it out. That's the Songbird looking head. That's the Big Daddy looking head. That would be a pretty wicked sick final boss. This could be an area of foreshadowing. Then again, if I'm doing a stealth playthrough, how's that going to work? It's going to be Deus Ex style, where they force you out of your stealth non-lethal playthrough to do some real combat? Oh, it's loading. Looks like I can watch a movie here.
It all makes a kind of sense. The little sisters and the big daddies. Songbird and me.
Constants and variables.
So the Songbird takes care of Elizabeth like the Big Daddies take care of the little sisters. I wonder if they thought of all this as they were making BioShock Infinite. Because the connections that they're making in this DLC are quite strong. It seemed in BioShock Infinite like, except for the end when you actually go to Rapture, there was not much very BioShock about this. I mean, it was similar in terms of themes and gameplay and elements like that, but as far as direct comparisons, not really. They were quite different. But they're trying to make those connections here, and I really like that. And this is a cool way of going about doing it as well. Ooh, looks like cages for animals or something. Gigantic iron doors. Plus Eve that I don't need right now. Yeah, we gotta reverse the lockdown here. Pretty sure that's what I need to do. Imprint studies. Okay. That's disturbing. And there's a switch to activate it, whatever this monkey-looking creature is. We're going to do that in the next part. We're going to do that in part 7 of my BioShock Infinite DLC playthrough of Burial at Sea Episode 2. Thank you for watching, and let's find out what the fuck's going on here in the next episode.